back with another video. Before I begin, that's the fade check. I haven't done that in a while. I know you guys haven't seen my pretty face in a while, but I'm back. So today, I want to talk about keeping it truthful, keeping it 100, keeping it a stack, keeping it a buck, keeping it funky, whatever you want to call it, wherever you're from, whatever your lingo is, being truthful and just telling the truth. Telling the truth goes a really long way. Just being honest with people. If somebody asks you what do you think about something, if something bothers you or something, if you have an idea about something, just blurt it out, spit it out, tell your truth, speak your truth. Now, you do want to be a little calibrated with this. I'm not saying go around telling strangers exactly what you think of them because honestly, you don't really know them. But you gotta take this within context. There are times where you need to be aware of how you say things to people because they could view it a different way. How you may speak something, how you may say something, someone may view it a different way or not understand exactly where you're coming from and could get the wrong idea or the wrong context. For example, I think people in professional fields know this. Like they're aware of how they speak to people in their offices or things like that because they don't you never know how someone could take what you say and then bring it up and tell somebody else or tell your boss or something, and then you have this big problem or big issue. Speaking your truth is so important because you're telling yourself that what you have to say matters and what your thoughts and feelings are important. That's what you're telling yourself when you're telling the truth, and you just feel better. You just feel a lot better when you're telling the truth and just being forthright and honest. And it makes it keeps things, there's less confusion, there's less blurred lines, there's less blurred lines and there's just more honesty. I mean, I could just think of it like lately, and especially lately, like I keep it 100. I'm really making this a practice. No matter how somebody's gonna take it, it's just very important. That way, you get you get a real idea of whether or not um, this person really understands who you are or understands how you think and things like that. Speaking your truth is just so vital, and it's not always the easiest because you're taught and raised that be nice to people and don't be too mean and or whatever, but that's not always the case. It's a balance. You know the right times to be honest without going over the line, as in being rude, but still making sure your wishes and what you want to get done, whatever it is. I don't care what area of life you're in. Like, it's very important, and not everybody's gonna like it. There are people don't like me because I keep it 100, and they're good. They're not for me. Not everyone is for you. So when you keep it 100, you repel people that aren't for you, and you keep the ones that are, which is what you want. You don't really want to be walking on eggshells around most people. Um, so yeah, and going back to what I said about speak the importance of how speaking your truth um, tells yourself that what you have to say is important. That's vital because when you tell the truth, you're more lighter inside. You're more in alignment with who you are, and you're more grounded in what you have. Well, and you're just your beingness. There's no mask that you're really wearing. There's no looking over your shoulder. Oh, it's just this is me. Boom, take it or leave it. This is me. What's up? And I'll be honest, not everybody can do this, and it's still something I'm still working on. Sometimes I'm just like, how upset would this person be if I told them that I don't really care what they have to say right now, or this conversation isn't going anywhere, and I'm gonna end it. Now, again, watch how you say things, but still speak your truth at all times. Somebody wants to hang out, you can't hang out, speak your truth. If you don't feel like hanging out, speak your truth. It's a vital life role, and it'll save you so much time and headache and you won't have to be obligated to do certain things. Will some people not like it? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, you're also you're here to complete your purpose in life. Whatever you want to get done, whatever you want to do, whatever hobbies or profession or you know, spiritual journey you're in, you're here to get that done. So we have a finite amount of time in this world. So we have to speak our truth at all times in order to get rid of all the BS that gets in your way of, you know, of living your purpose. Because there are distractions that will come. You have to say no. I made a video on your life should mirror a filter. This is what I'm talking about. You gotta filter things out and just no, 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 no. You gotta learn to say no. You gotta learn to compromise as well. But it's a balance, and I'm afraid that most people, most times, it's just like go along to get along and all that. Like, no, that's not always how it should be. So yeah, always speak your truth and make sure it's calibrated in a way that can be understood in an efficient way that won't really now your goal isn't to not upset somebody. Your goal is to have them understand. If they get upset, that has nothing to do with you. But that's not your goal. Your intent wasn't to upset anybody. Your intent was to get your message across. If they get upset, it's not under your control. You can't control somebody's emotions or feelings. People have their own subconscious thoughts, ideals, and beliefs that come out. So, you know, you have no control over that. And I think most people don't know that they can have control over what they subconsciously think. But that's another video. In fact, I made a video on that already. But yeah, so that's what it is. Speak your truth, even if it's little things. Start with little things. You know, if somebody says, hey, you know, I'm throwing a party next week. You should come, dude. You should come. And you're like, let's say you don't even want to go to this party. You don't care for this party. Say no. I don't like. Who cares if how much they try to? Yeah, come on, no, come on, no. Say no. Say no. Say no. No, no, no. Repeat after me. No, 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 no. Say no. It's one of my favorite words. That's the end of this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a good one. Oh, by the way, yesterday I was taping something and this thing broke, and I broke it. And I just wanted to throw this tidbit in. Always watch how you what meanings you attach to things. So when things go bad, good or big or small, like minor, like this, just some tape breaking, some cheap plastic. At first I was like, oh damn, but this thing cost me like $2. What is this? You know, it's nothing. But I immediately was like, oh, I know why it broke. I'm in the gym 4 to 5 times a week. Of course it broke. I'm strong. Now that's a flip. That's like I flipped the meaning of this broken tape. Some people may be like, oh dang, I broke the tape. But I'm just like, oh, I flipped it into something positive. I'm strong. I go to the gym. Of course I broke the tape. Cool. So always, you know, watch what meanings you attach to things. But that was a side note. But back to the original thing to conclude. Yes, speak your truth. And your intent is never to really upset anybody, but to get your message across. And that way you have time for things that are in alignment with what your purpose is and what you want to get done, because we don't have all the time in the world to do what we don't want to do. Now, I'm not saying not compromising. There are times we have to compromise. And you'll pretty much understand a time when you're supposed to compromise, but lots of times it's just time to speak your truth, and you just speak it. So that's the end of this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I think I said that like a million times, but you get the deal. Peace.